The sound of rain pattered against the window of the small Seattle apartment, blending with the heavy breathing of Emily Carter. She stood before the bedroom mirror, her hands gently caressing her 9-month pregnant belly, her eyes shimmering with a mix of anxiety and joy. In just a few days, she would welcome her first child, a miracle she had dreamed of since she was a young girl. But then, a shout from the living room shattered her thoughts. "Emily, what are you going to do about this messy house? I work all day, and I come home to this." Her husband, Michael Thompson's voice rang out, filled with anger, like a knife piercing her heart. Emily closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and tried to suppress the rising unease. In that moment, she realized that her journey into motherhood would not only be one of happiness but also a battle to protect herself and her unborn child. Have you ever wondered what happens when the person you love most turns their back on you at the moment you need them most? Emily Carter's story will take you on an emotional journey, from moments of pain and disappointment to resilience and fierce hope. This is not just a story of betrayal but a journey of discovering inner strength, finding support from unexpected allies, and embracing a surprising new beginning. Read to the end to witness how Emily transforms adversity into light. You won't be able to look away. Emily Carter, 28, was a bright, dynamic, and passionate woman. Before her pregnancy, she worked as a marketing specialist for a Seattle startup, focusing on creative advertising campaigns for tech brands. With her sharp organizational skills and excellent communication, Emily was a star in her team. She led numerous successful projects, from product launches for tech apps to social media campaigns garnering millions of engagements. Her colleagues admired her dedication, and her boss, Laura Bennett, often praised her as someone who never gives up. At 6 months pregnant, Emily decided to take maternity leave to prepare for motherhood. It was a tough decision, as she loved her job, but she believed dedicating time to herself and her family was essential. "I want my child to grow up in a loving environment," Emily once told Sarah, her college best friend. She channeled her creativity into nurturing their small home and preparing for her baby's arrival. Emily's husband, Michael Thompson, 30, was a banker at a major branch in downtown Seattle. His job demanded late hours, long meetings, and frequent short business trips. On weekends, he often visited his parents Robert and Susan in a small town an hour's drive from Seattle. Michael claimed he needed time to relax and bond with his family, but this left Emily feeling lonely in their shared home. Though they lived under the same roof, Emily and Michael seemed to lead separate lives. Emily's days began at 5 a.m. She woke up to prepare breakfast for Michael, usually a plate of fried eggs with toast, a bowl of oatmeal with fresh fruit, or a banana-strawberry smoothie he liked. She meticulously sliced fruit, ensuring everything was perfect before he left for work. "Have a great day at work," she would say with a smile, though sometimes she received only a curt nod in return. After seeing Michael off, Emily tackled household chores, cleaning the apartment, doing laundry, and organizing everything. Being 9 months pregnant made her tired, with occasional back pain and swollen feet, but she strived to keep their home tidy and cozy. "This is our home for me and my baby," she told herself, even when exhaustion overwhelmed her. After chores, Emily went grocery shopping. She carefully selected fresh ingredients, from organic vegetables at the farmer's market to high-quality beef from a local butcher. She enjoyed cooking healthy meals like roasted beef with potatoes, green salads, or homemade spaghetti. But Michael rarely appreciated her efforts. He often complained about minor details. "Why no salmon today? Are we out of orange juice?" Or "My mom makes this dish so much better." His comparisons to his mother, Susan, deeply hurt Emily, but she stayed silent to avoid conflict. "I don't want my child to be born into a tense family," she comforted herself. In her spare moments, Emily found joy in writing her blog, Moments with Emily, which she started during maternity leave to document her thoughts and feelings about pregnancy. She wrote about tiring but hopeful days, ultrasound appointments where she saw her baby on the screen, and her dreams for her child's future. Over time, the blog became a creative outlet where she shared small life moments, a home-cooked meal, tulips blooming in their small backyard garden, or a vibrant sunset viewed from their balcony. Emily had a knack for photography, using her phone to capture beautiful moments. She edited photos with soft filters, creating a warm, approachable, and emotional aesthetic. Each blog post came with a short story, sometimes a recipe, sometimes a reflection on life. Today I made butter cookies, and their aroma filled the house. I hope my child will love these simple moments too, she wrote in one post, accompanied by a photo of neatly arranged golden cookies on a plate. Her blog quickly gained hundreds of followers, from friends and former colleagues to strangers who found resonance in her story. Comments on her blog became a major source of encouragement. "That meal looks amazing, Emily. You're a superhero," a friend wrote. "Thanks for sharing. Your posts brighten my day," a young mother commented. "Wishing you and your baby strength and health," a stranger added. These words were like a tonic, helping Emily through her toughest days. She also joined an online community of young mothers, where they exchanged experiences about pregnancy, parenting, and sometimes marital struggles. One mother, Anna, shared, "My husband didn't help much during my pregnancy either. Some days I just wanted to cry, but your blog makes me feel stronger." These virtual friends became a vital emotional support, especially as Michael grew increasingly distant. Emily and Michael's relationship wasn't always strained. When they first married, they were a happy couple. They met at a marketing conference in Seattle, where Michael worked for a sponsoring financial firm. He was drawn to Emily's confidence and radiant smile, while she was impressed by his intelligence and ambition. They fell in love quickly, enjoying park walks, movie nights, and planning their future. After 2 years of dating, they married in a small, intimate ceremony attended by close family and friends. But since Emily's pregnancy, Michael became cold and inattentive. He rarely asked about her health, didn't attend prenatal appointments, and prioritized his family over her. "I'm busy, don't bother me," he'd say when Emily tried to talk. She began questioning if this was the marriage she'd dreamed of. "What did I do wrong?" she often wondered, but reminded herself to stay strong for her unborn child. One evening, as Emily prepared Michael's favorite roasted beef with potatoes, he came home with a scowl. He tossed his briefcase and jacket onto the sofa without a greeting. Emily smiled, trying to keep things light. "You're home. I made your favorite beef. You love it, right?" But Michael glared at her, snapping, "No beer? Did you forget to buy it?" Emily explained she was exhausted from grocery shopping and couldn't carry heavy items, but Michael cut her off. "Exhausted from what? You're pregnant, not working. Go get it now, don't make me ask twice." Emily was stunned. She wanted to argue but, looking at her heavy belly, sighed and quietly left. It started to drizzle, and she felt a sharp back pain as she walked. On her way to the convenience store, she ran into Jessica, a friendly neighbor she often saw at the supermarket. Jessica, 32, was a cheerful woman with golden blonde hair tied high, always dressed in comfortable yet stylish clothes. "It's raining. Where are you going? Need help?" Jessica asked, concerned as she saw Emily clutching her belly. Emily shared how Michael sent her to buy beer, and Jessica shook her head. "You're 9 months pregnant, and he's making you run errands? Unbelievable. What kind of man is that irresponsible?" Jessica offered to go with Emily, and they chatted along the way. Jessica shared her own struggles during her first pregnancy, but her husband, James, was always supportive. "You deserve better, Emily," Jessica said sincerely. Her words comforted Emily but also highlighted the loneliness in her marriage. Tensions between Emily and Michael escalated. One day, Michael proposed a family trip with his parents to a resort near Lake Tahoe, just days before Emily's due date. "My family wants a weekend getaway. Pack your things, it's just 2 nights," he said commandingly. Emily, worried, objected, "But I'm due soon, it's dangerous to travel. The doctor said I need rest." Michael dismissed her. "You're always exaggerating. My mom says pregnancy isn't an illness. Don't embarrass me in front of my family." Emily tried to refuse, even consulting Sarah, her college friend and mother of 2, who worked at a nonprofit. Sarah advised, "You shouldn't go. Late pregnancy is delicate. What if something happens? Protect yourself and your baby." Sarah shared her own experience of pressure from her in-laws during her first pregnancy. "I learned to say no. You need to do the same, Emily," she said over the phone, her voice full of care. But Michael wouldn't listen. He insisted Emily pack, even arranging everything himself without her input. "I've decided, just do as I say," he said coldly. Emily felt powerless but didn't want to escalate things in front of Michael's parents, who often belittled her. Susan, Michael's mother, once said, "A daughter-in-law who can't care for her husband is useless." The words stung, but Emily tried to keep the peace. On the day of the trip, Emily felt uneasy but was forced into the car. Michael drove, with his parents, Robert and Susan, in the back, talking about family bonding and how Emily should be grateful to join. Emily stayed silent, suppressing her anxiety. An hour into the drive, she suddenly felt a warm gush down her legs. Panicking, she shouted, "Michael! My water broke. Take me to a hospital." But instead of concern, Michael exploded, "What? You're messing up my car? Get out, I need to clean it." Emily couldn't believe her ears. She tried to explain, but Michael opened the door and nearly pushed her out. "Go to the hospital yourself. I don't want my car ruined. This trip matters to my family," he yelled. Before Emily could react, he drove off, leaving her alone on the roadside in the cold rain. Labor pains began to hit, nearly bringing her to her knees. Fortunately, Jessica, her kind neighbor, happened to drive by after a meeting at her husband's company. Seeing Emily trembling and clutching her belly, Jessica stopped immediately. "Emily, what's wrong? Are you okay?" she asked, rushing to support her. Emily, in pain and fear, stammered, "My water broke. Michael, he left me." Jessica was shocked but stayed calm, called a taxi, and took Emily to the nearest hospital. In the taxi, Jessica held Emily's hand, reassuring her, "Don't worry, everything will be okay. I'm here." She called the hospital to prepare, ensuring Emily was rushed to the ER upon arrival. Emily fought through the pain, tears streaming down her face. How could he do this to me, Jessica? I just wanted him by my side," she sobbed. Jessica squeezed her hand. "You don't need him. You're stronger than you know, and I'm here." With Jessica's help, Emily safely reached the delivery room. After hours of labor, she heard her baby's cry, a healthy girl she named Lily, meaning lily flower, symbolizing purity and hope. In that moment, Emily vowed to protect her daughter no matter the cost. Looking at Jessica, who stayed by her side, tears rolled down her cheeks. "Thank you, Jessica. I don't know what I'd have done without you," she choked out. Jessica smiled. "You're my friend. I'd never leave you." After delivery, Emily was moved to recovery. Her parents, John and Linda, arrived quickly after Jessica's call. They embraced Emily, overjoyed at their granddaughter's birth but heartbroken by Michael's actions. John, a quiet but resolute man, held his daughter's hand and said, "You don't need to worry. We're here for you and Lily." Linda, eyes red, added, "We'll get through this, sweetheart." During their conversation, Emily learned a surprising secret. Jessica was married to James Wilson, the CEO of the bank where Michael worked. Jessica had never mentioned this, wanting to keep her friendship with Emily genuine, unaffected by her husband's status. "I didn't want you to feel pressured," Jessica explained when Emily asked. "But after this, I can't stay silent. Michael must be held accountable." Outraged by Michael's actions, Jessica told James everything. Michael's abandonment of Emily during labor was recorded by a passerby and posted online, with Emily's face blurred for privacy. The video, showing Michael yelling and forcing Emily out of the car, went viral on platforms like Twitter and Reddit, amassing thousands of shares and comments condemning him. The hashtag Justice for Emily emerged, and details about Michael, his company, and his parents were dug up on forums. Emily was stunned when Sarah sent her the video link. "You need to see this," Sarah messaged. Watching it, Emily couldn't hold back tears, feeling both humiliated and angry but also supported by the community. Comments like, "This husband is awful," and "This woman deserves better," made her feel less alone. With her parents and Jessica's support, Emily decided to divorce Michael. She contacted David Miller, a lawyer recommended by her father. With over 20 years of experience in divorce cases, Miller listened to Emily's story, reviewed the viral video, and examined Michael's half-hearted apology texts. "I'm sorry, okay? But you have to understand I'm stressed from work." Miller shook his head. "Emily, you have a strong case. Michael's behavior isn't just irresponsible, it could be considered legal abandonment. We'll ensure your and your daughter's rights are protected." The divorce process began. Michael initially resisted, claiming he did nothing wrong and just wanted to keep the peace with his family. His parents, Robert and Susan, even called Emily, accusing her of betraying the family and making a scene. But when Miller mentioned the possibility of court and using the video as evidence, Michael panicked. In a monitored call, he tried to persuade Emily, "I'm sorry, okay? Come back, the house is a mess. I could lose my job over this, you're responsible." "Stronger now," Emily replied. "Michael, you brought this on yourself. I'm not coming back. This call is being recorded, and I'll use it as evidence." She hung up and left everything to her lawyer. After the divorce, Emily moved in with her parents in a peaceful Seattle suburb. John and Linda's home was cozy, with a flower-filled garden and a room prepared for Emily and Lily. Emily focused on raising her daughter, a bright-eyed, smiling baby. She spent hours playing with Lily, reading and singing lullabies, telling her stories about the world, even if Lily was too young to understand. "One day, you'll know how hard I fought for you," Emily whispered, holding her close. Her blog, Moments with Emily, became a cornerstone of her life. She wrote about single motherhood, sharing struggles and joy, sleepless nights when Lily cried, her first smile, and learning to love herself. "Being a single mom isn't easy, but every day with Lily is a gift," she wrote, alongside a photo of Lily sleeping in her arms. The blog gained thousands of followers, and Emily received collaboration offers from mom and baby brands. To achieve financial independence, Emily started an online store, Lily's Crafts, selling handmade items like fabric toys, children's clothing, and home decor. Using her marketing skills, she built the brand with a small lily flower logo. She spent hours sewing, designing, and photographing products. Her items, from soft cotton blankets to adorable stuffed bears, became popular. An Instagram post about a handmade toy set garnered thousands of likes, and orders poured in. Emily also joined local craft fairs, connecting with other mothers and building a support network. She befriended Claire, who ran a Seattle toy store. "You're truly inspiring," Claire said as they set up a fair booth together. "You've turned tough days into something beautiful." Emily smiled, proud of her achievements. One day, Jessica invited Emily for dinner, where she met Ethan, Jessica, and James's son. Ethan, 29, was a talented architect with a warm, humorous personality. Recently back in Seattle after a project in Portland, he was drawn to Emily's strength and optimism, while she admired his sincerity and care for others. They bonded over simple topics like books and movies, then deeper ones about dreams and challenges. Ethan shared his work designing an eco-friendly school to create safe, creative spaces for kids. Emily opened up about single motherhood and her hopes for Lily's future. "You're incredibly strong, Emily," Ethan said, his eyes full of admiration. "Not everyone could overcome what you have." Their friendship blossomed into love. Ethan visited Emily and Lily often, bringing small gifts like children's books or market flowers. He played with Lily, who quickly adored Uncle Ethan. One evening, on Emily's balcony watching the sunset, Ethan took her hand and said, "I want to be with you and Lily not just today, but forever." Emily smiled, her heart warm for the first time after so much pain. Emily Carter's story is a testament to resilience and love. From a betrayed and abandoned woman, she found light in the darkness with the help of family, friends, and her own determination. Her new life with Lily and Ethan is a reminder that no matter how tough life gets, there are always people ready to lend a hand and opportunities to start anew. Michael, after losing his job and reputation, moved back with his parents, facing the consequences of his actions. But Emily no longer cared. She had found true happiness as a mother, in new love, and in the freedom to live authentically. Her blog continued to inspire thousands, and her business thrived. "Every day is a chance to write your own story," she wrote in her final post of the year, with a photo of her and Lily beaming in a park. Does Emily's story inspire you? Share your thoughts and spread this story to share the message of resilience.